Hello, it's Madison Pittman. Today I'm going to be going over my artifact and the standards that I used in this artifact. This was targeted towards a 3rd grade classroom, going over the topic of how to handle cyberbullying in a digital citizenship lesson. So the standards I chose were 2 ISTE standards, 2A and 2B. Students cultivate and manage their digital identity and reputation and are aware of the permanence of their actions in the digital world. 2B is students engage in positive, safe, legal, and ethical behavior when using technology, including social interactions, online, or when using network devices. So 2A is talking about how students can manage their online actions, their accounts, and that they understand that all of their actions online are going to be permanent. All of their posts, all of the things that they follow, everything that they do. It's really important for them to understand that at a young age because they'll be using technology for the rest of their lives. So they need to understand that. And then 2B, it's talking about how students engage in positive and safe behavior online, how they can, that the students need to understand that their actions do have consequences with other people. So it's important to be positive, kind, and basically have all of the same characteristics that they have in everyday life, that they have to handle their relationships online just like they handle their relationships in real life. They're going to learn how to be safe and what's good, what's right, and what's wrong online. My learning objectives were students will be able to empathize with those who have received hurtful and mean messages, and then students will be able to generate solutions for dealing with cyberbullying. So these two, I think, are really important in a cyberbullying lesson because students need to understand that they can help other people that have been cyberbullied, even if they are not cyberbullied. So even if they haven't dealt with that before, their friends might. So being able to say, "I'm sorry that happened to you," and this is how we can handle this situation. So empathizing and generating a solution to the problem is very important, and the artifact that I created has gone over both of those, and it has really connected the standards as well. Being able to manage their online accounts, how to handle relationships online, and those two both go really well with cyberbullying. So this first, this artifact that I created, it's a deck of cards. They have scenarios, problems, and QR codes in them. So the students are interacting with technology as well. So I would sit the students down. I would give them a lesson first about cyberbullying, how to handle cyberbullying, and then I would split them up in groups of 2 to 3. And I would give them an iPad or an iPod, whatever my school has as a resource. So then the students would get this deck of cards, they would get their technology tool and their groups, and they would start this this game. So this first card says cyberbully. It has the definition of cyberbully on it, and this is very important. This is one of the main things I want the students to know as they leave, is the definition of a cyberbully, because I think it gets blurred in social media and what cyberbullying really truly is. So it's cyberbully, using technology tools such as the internet and cell phones to deliberately upset someone else. So it's important that they know this for the rest of the card game. So I put this on the first card so that they would have this right next to them throughout the entire game. The card also has number 1 at the bottom because it's the first card. So each card has a number at the bottom in the bottom right-hand corner. And then it says go to card number 5. So they follow these instructions at the bottom. So here's card number 5. It says, your friend tells you that a boy told her while playing a video game that video games are only for boys. This made her sad. What do you tell her? So then there are 2 scenarios. You can either say, A, he is right, video games are for boys, or B, I'm very sorry that happened, girls can play video games too. And so then there's an arrow that indicates to flip over the card. So you flip it over, and there are 2 instructions in the back. So A, if you chose A, go to card number 10, or the second one, if you chose B, go to card number 6. So before they read those, the students would talk with their groups and figure out if they think A or B is right. They would give the reasons why. One is wrong, one is correct. So we're going to choose B. That's the correct option. I'm very sorry that happened. Girls can play video games too. So that means that I will go to card number 6. Here's card number 6. There's a QR code on it, so let's read the instructions. It says, "Great job. You helped a friend after she was bullied on her video game. Scan this QR code." So that indicates that they chose the correct answer, and they need to scan this QR code and follow that. So they would use their camera app or another app that I installed on their iPads or iPods that specifically read QR codes. So this is a link to a YouTube video. It's the "You've Got a Friend in Me" video. The music. So I just thought that would be fun, something that would loosen up the groups as well right off the bat, because this is a very heavy topic for a 3rd grade classroom. So it's important that they feel comfortable enough to talk to each other about this topic. So then after they do this one, it says find card number 11 down in the bottom left-hand corner. So we're going to go to card number 11. And each card has a different scenario or just questions that they answer. So this one says scan this QR code and read the messages. So we're going to scan the QR code first, and that'll take us to a different topic. So this question was targeted towards how to empathize with those who have received mean or hurtful messages. So it was a text message chain that I created. It's on a Google Doc, and it says it's from the cyberbully, and here are the messages. The cyberbully says, "You're weird," and the person says, "Why'd you say that?" "Because it's true." "You're hurting my feelings." "Well, you're just a big baby." So this plays out a cyberbullying message chain, and then at the bottom of this card, it says, "What would you say if your friend showed you these messages that she was sent from the mean cyberbully?" Then you flip it over, and here are your scenarios. So, "I'm so sorry that this has happened. This has happened to me too. I stopped responding and that solved my problem." Or B, "Maybe you should text again and tell him that he's weird too. Be mean." And then it says, if you chose card A, go to card number 2. Or if you chose letter B, go to card number 9. So for this situation, I'm going to choose the incorrect one. So I'm going to do be mean, option B. So I'm going to go to card number 9. And this one says, let's review how to empathize and how to solve problems with cyberbullying. Scan this QR code. So that indicates that they got the question and the answer wrong. So they're going to scan this QR code once again. It's going to open up to a Google Doc. And this Google Doc says, it has the I can statement, a highlighted word, empathize, because that's the main thing that I want them to get from this incorrect answer. And then it just gives a lesson. So it reviews what I would have taught before, and it's something that they should have known before, but it's just going to reinforce this idea of how to empathize and how to solve problems. Instead of being mean, you're going to just stop responding, so it's going to tell them that, and it's just going to have them figure out how they missed this question. So then at the very end, I have a video that wraps up. It's the elf saying something funny, so it's just a funny way to end this game. I thought it would be a good way.
You did it! Congratulations!
So it was a good way to say, this is the end, we're done, and it was funny, so something that they can just take away from that after a long time of playing this game and having to go over tough situations. So it's a good way to end the game. So then after that, I would have the students come back together and just go over what they learned. So that's my artifact. Thank you.